Okay. I see there's some people still joining, so let's just give them a moment while I'm sharing my screen also.
Yeah, I'm also just, I've got quite a few people that are sending messages and I'm just letting them know to rejoin.
All right.
While we're waiting for some of the others to join, I noted that while you were doing the presentation, you gave the 30th of April as the end date for the lockdown.
Yes.
Does this mean that you have to submit this application every month for the next 3 months?
That's correct, Naledi. So every month for the next 3 months, you'll need to submit. The May month applications is not open as yet. They say it's going to be open in the middle of May. So we're hoping it will be open on time in the middle of the May month to be able to process that.
Actually, from the previous chats, there's a question that I read about foreign nationals to say that the system was declining foreign nationals. Can you give us some clarity on what process and what documentation is required for foreign nationals to be applicable, to be able to access the funds?
Yes, sure. So for foreign nationals, you need to, if you haven't submitted an UR19 before for a foreign national, to show that the foreign national is working, he or she is working for you, with your application of appeal, you'll submit a UR19 and then they will accept it. And they will pay out for the foreign national.
Okay, thank you for that.
It's a pleasure. Any other questions that there were while we're waiting for 1 or 2 people still to join?
Hi, Nadine. I wanted to ask a question. What did you say the website is?
The website for the UIF U-filing or for the COVID UIF?
Oh, for the COVID.
The COVID one is, it is UIF ECC.
Yes.
.labor.
Yes.
.gov.za.
Okay.
Okay, and there's a question from somebody to say that their bank account starts with 0, and when they enter the 0, the system doesn't take the 0.
That's strange. I haven't had it as yet. It might be that the bank accounts, according to the system, is too small. So if they try to put zeros at the back, if that would work. If that doesn't work, they'll need to phone UIF in order to check what the reasoning is for it. Because as you register the company, they will also ask you to upload your bank account's letter and they will see it.
Okay, there's quite a number of people that were not clear about the application process, where they did not see how to add employees' information individually. Okay. They also want a clip of the part where you complete an application.
All right, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the UIF COVID-19 system, all right? And then I will start from there again. I think let's start with that. I see people still joining, but as we go along, I'll be able to accept them. So Let me share my screen. And let's go back to the COVID-19 system. All right. So just for a recap, here's the COVID-19 website address. If you want to, we can share the presentation with you. Please just drop us your email address in the chat, and then between myself and a lady will take down your email address and we will share it with you all. All right, so you've now registered your company, you log into the system. All right, okay, so on here, so this is where you see it's on employee details, and you'll see that the employee, you'll say no, because you don't want to upload the CSV file if it gives problems. We go to shutdown start date. All right, and end date, South African. So once again, I will just use some of my details, for example. You'll put in your surname, contact number, email address. All right. Everyone that says in the chat they were cut off, we are going through the process now again to ensure that everyone gets it. I will just put the estimated monthly salary in here, which I've just put in 10,000. I got 7,000 during the period. The national minimum wage, please note that you can't change. That is as per the UIF system, and they automatically populate it. Employment start date for the employee. All right. And you'll put save. So now, because the LitSys application has gone through as yet, when I've pressed save now, you'll see it says the ID number is already registered, all right? So it won't allow you to add duplicates. But as soon as you press save, here at the bottom where it says employee list, your employees will appear all there, all right? Is everyone clear on that? I see there's somebody that says, Kirsten, you say I have the same problem as Morgan. I registered on the UIF filing, but it indicates that the pay-as-you-earn number is linked to another company. So I will show you now on how easily to avoid that part of the system and to link a company to your ID number as you're the one responsible for it, and then be able to continue with it as soon as we go to the UIF filing system. And then thank you very much for everyone that is sending their email addresses.
Yes, and thank you for your questions as well. We'll also address all of the questions because, Nadine, there's quite a number of people that have been paying UIF to SARS, but had not registered directly with UIF. And so those are basically just some of the, I think that's with Morgan as well, who's paid over to his UIF to SARS, but was never registered with UIF.
Yeah. So thank you very much. And it's very important, if you haven't submitted your application as yet for UIF COVID-19, please register your employees first on the UIF system before doing the application, because this will if they pick it up quick enough, it will eliminate your application from being declined and from you needing to appeal from it. Because like I said before we got cut off earlier, is that is 90% of the reasonings why companies is getting declined currently. All right, so this is the system once again, how to add the employees under and apply for it on the UIF. All right, just once again, as soon as all the employees is listed under employees list, there will be a button that says submit, and you can say check, press the submit button, and it will pop up and say as soon as it's submitted, you have successfully submitted. Then it's submitted. All right, if we go back then to our UIF system, I'm going to log out again, and I just want to do it from scratch. All right, so this is our U-filing system. So remember, let's not get confused between your U-filing and your COVID system. It's two separate systems, all right? Also, two separate login details and registration details. So if you need to register, you can press register here, and it will take you through this. You'll tick terms and conditions, continue. I have previously read it already. And then you'll fill in all the details here. You'll say register, and it will register your company immediately, or you as a user immediately, which you will then be able to go to your login details. Okay, so while it's going in, so that is the biggest problem, is if you speak to employers currently, and when we as the LITSO have interacted with our clients and with other parties that we have been assisting with UIF, they will say to you, but they are registered. Like, we pay over each and every month our UIF contributions. Guys, you need to go and register them on the UIF system as well. Once again, this is how the UIF system looks like. 90% of you, and that's where the pay as you earn question comes in that we had, is go here and says register commercial employer. There's a shortcut you can take. Once again, you go to your declarations manager. All right. You'll see here at the bottom, it says add employer. You click on add employer, and we'll ask you for your UIF reference number. Once again, guys, this is not your UIF reference number 2 stars, the one of the U, but your 7-digit/6 UIF number. I'm just going to type ours in here, just so that you can see how it looks like. For example, and you'll say add. And unfortunately, I can't do that because I've already added us onto it. So as soon as you've done that, your company will then be linked to you as a user. So then you don't need your pay as you earn number, because many companies has been experiencing that, and that has stopped them from continuing the process. For some reason, there's something wrong with you filing, and it just keeps on giving companies the same problem with that. All right, back to linking and registering employees. So as soon as you have it, you'll click on the company name and it will take you here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. We can't hear you.
Can't you hear me at all? Am I breaking up for everyone? My apologies for that. I wasn't aware.
I can hear you. Can everybody else hear Nordine? Hello?
Okay,
Yes. Just indicate if you can. Okay, everybody can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, I
great.
can hear. I can hear.
Perfect. I see there was a question on foreigners. I will recap on foreigners right in a minute again, Ashley. Just I will recap on that as well. All right. So on employment summary, please note that if you have not registered your foreigner as well as on the U-filing system, you also need to register them. Okay, so how do you do that? You'll see some of your employees here or none of your employees. You go to here, it says add employee. You click on add employee. All right, then it will throw out this screen to you. You will click individual with the ID number, meaning a South African barcoded ID number, or a foreigner with a passport number. You'll just click the individual that you want to add. So I'm going to go and I'm going to add one of our staff members. Let's see if they are on here already. So you'll capture the login detail, the ID number of the person, and you'll click on retrieve. Just give it a minute to go through, and it will retrieve the information. You'll just need to fill in the title. You'll say next. My apologies, that's unfortunately the system that's doing that. The system sometimes does this. Don't worry when it gets busy. All right, let's just go back.
Does it save any of what you've done, or do you have to go back and redo what you've entered?
All right, okay, so the system is giving an error, unfortunately, now. So yes, it does save what you have saved, but if you were in the middle of capturing something, unfortunately, you'll need to recapture it. I'm going to try once more. It seems like the UI filing system is now giving some problems. So as soon as you press retrieve the information, you'll capture the person's title, and then you'll say next. Then it's going to ask when the person started with you and salary information. Now the salary information you need to, unfortunately, my apologies, the system is now seemingly for some reason giving errors. As soon as you then register that, fill in the salary information, please be careful to click on the dates. You'll need to fill it in for each and every financial year since the employee started working. So if an employee started working in 2011, you'll need to fill in that details from 2011 until now in order to register that person and to be up to date. But as soon as you've done that and you've registered your employee, then that will be half of the battle won. All right, just going back to the slideshow. Let's go focus on the foreign nationals. So you have had foreign nationals, you've applied for them, they have been declined. So there could be two main reasons for it. First of all, they're not registered on a U-filing system. Secondly is you have never submitted a UR19 for them. Therefore, as part of your appeal process, you will need to submit your UR19 for that foreigner or foreigners, depending on how many you have working for you in a company, filling it in and submitting it to the UIF department in order to let them see that they are working for you and earning an income. All right, so what issue errors can arise and how to fix it? Once again, foreign nationals, foreign employees that I've said, you need to complete the UR19 CSV file. So if you have submitted, and this is a big thing because most of you most likely on the webinar today have submitted their documentation but have yet received an outcome from Department of Labor. Now, UIF, my apologies. If you have submitted it through SARS, through the email system, you can go and check your UIF status of if they have paid out or not. So I'm just going to go to the websites to show you guys how to check that. Once again, on the COVID website, even before you log in or registered, it says my payment status here. You click on it, you complete your UIF number in there, get status, and it will say there what's the problem. I've just got somebody else's login details that I've asked for to use as example for today to show you guys how it looks like when it's processed. And I have the wrong one here now. Just give me seconds. All right, there we go. So this is somebody else that I've asked for their login details just to show you guys. So their application has been processed. So they've done it, they've captured on the system, and it has been processed, but it says the amount is 0. Now, the reasoning for the amount being 0 is there is errors, all right? And that is one way of you being able to see what the errors is and if your errors has been fixed. So if you go into the system, and I hope, okay. So if it's your login details that you have now submitted and they have processed it, they haven't paid out, it means there's an error. So you go to your payment breakdown reports, you go to your decline payments this side, and it will give you the outcome, employee not declared by the employer. It's the error there. So you click on your green cross and it will drop down with your error description. And the reasoning for that is, once again, they have paid over UIF, but it's not registered on the U-filing system. So you'll need to go and register the employees on a UIF system. And as I showed you. Okay, so that's the errors that arises and that we have come across, and with the Litzer Holdings team talking to other companies that has been doing it. So how do you appeal? So now you've fixed your errors, you've done your UR19, you're ready to submit it. Where do you submit it to? Or you've now registered all your employees on U-filing. How do you appeal? There's a very clear process on how to appeal on the system. So you need to send through proof of salaries for 3 months, starting from January to March 2020. Now, this can be either through your payroll, so a payroll listing or payroll register with all employee salaries on, or with proof of payments to their bank accounts or bank statements. It's really up to you on how you want to submit this proof. Secondly, You need to ensure that they are registered with you filing. We've discussed this. Then you need to send your electronic payroll declarations to declarations@labour.gov.za, and you need to copy COVID-19 compliance at labour.gov.za on that email. Now, your payroll declarations is your monthly declaration EMP201 that you pull off your system on your payroll, or you can ask your payroll team to get it for you. All right, and you need to send that, and that will be your 3 months, January to March.
Nadine,
yes.
Just to ask, if you're not using an electronic payroll system,
yes,
and you're basically, doing manual payments, how would you then go about dealing with point 3?
Okay, very good question. Thank you, Naledi. So those will be your EMB201s that you submit to SARS each and every month. So when you submit your EMB201 to SARS, you will be able to get that. So it looks very similar to a UI19, but it's not completely UI19. If you're not sure and you never do that submissions yourself, you can ask your payroll department, or if you're the payroll department and you have bookkeepers that assist you with the taxes, ask them, they will be able to give it to you. I see, Sinay, you're asking that your Jan to Feb will not be available because you've already rolled over to your new 2021 year period. Very, very good question. Most of us has rolled over to our new financial year, and therefore you'll need to, if you did not download it and save it each and every month, which is recommended for you to do, you need to go and you need to restore your backup. If you have your payroll with Sage, they have very quick step guides to do it. You can contact them on how to restore your backup for the previous years on it. If you did not back up your system, then you'll need to go into SARS and try and retrieve your EMP201s from their system. So that is the 3 ways of you being able to get it. All right, then you need to, after actually, you're asking that if I'm aware of any firms receiving TERS payments. Yes, I am aware. One of our companies that I've submitted for and successfully submitted the UI19s in the appeal process, they have received their foreign nationals. Malibu, I see you saying that you've been getting error messages on your filing when adding an employer. Please try the way that I have showed you. If you're still struggling, please, I hope you've put your email address on there. So when we send out the presentation, you will have your, you'll have my email address, then you can contact me. All right. So just to round off the appeal process is you'll send your email that you sent to declarations@labour.gov, you'll attach that to your email to COVID-19 compliance. And then you will send that email together with your proof of salaries and all of your UI19s to COVID-19 compliance@labour.gov. And it takes between 7 and 14 working days currently to deal with appeals. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all from my side. It was a brief session from my side, but I really hope I've given you all clarity on it. if we might ask if there's any questions that we haven't answered, please let us know now that we can discuss it, as well as we are here to assist you guys with this process. Please feel free to contact us. Contact us. I'm gonna send a message with myself and our ladies' email addresses now. Please feel free to contact us in order to assist you with this process, and we will help you with the process against a specific charge, but we can discuss it with each and every one. Also, then from my side, just to round off, is we are going to have weekly seminars and webinars. Please join us each and every Thursday at 3 o'clock. Look at our website as well as our Facebook page for the announcement. We'll add you guys to our mailers, which will tell you it's, so please join. We would love to have you back. Now, lady, over to you.
Oh, this was such an eye-opener, Nadine. Thank you so very much. Very detailed, quite a lot of stuff. I've actually forgotten some of the things. However, guys, you don't have to stress. We are here. We've provided you with our details. You can contact us and send us an email on hr@dalito.co.za. If it's something that you feel you are not able to do, it's a service that we are able to provide for you and do it on behalf of your organization. So it's a service that we do provide at Dalito. So I hope that this session was informative and that it was able to answer quite a number of the questions that you might have had, some of the uncertainties that you might have had regarding this entire process. And as I had mentioned, you know, about 9 billion has already been disbursed by UIF. And as I've mentioned, they are complaining that that is only 5% of the number of companies they were expecting to come forward. So there definitely is more than enough insurance money available to make sure that assistance is provided to all businesses that are currently under distress. So please do make sure that you spread the word to other business owners as well, just to make them aware of these assistance schemes that are available from our government. And as I've mentioned, you know, there's probably quite a number of reasons why companies have not come forward. That's 95% of companies that have registered with UIF that have not taken advantage of this assistance program. And hopefully this session has helped to clarify a lot of the questions that you might have had. And hopefully this will enable you to be able to claim UIF on behalf of your employees, just to at least make sure that, you know, you are able to cushion, you know, part of that, the salary gap that is not covered. Some of you might have probably reduced your salaries. Quite a number of companies I know that have implemented 30% reduction on salary. So this UIF does come in handy just to fill in that gap. And I think some of the people were still trying to log on shortly after we had cut off. Another point that Nadine had mentioned is that this is actually not once off. So this is something that you have to do on a monthly basis for the next 3 months. So this fund is available, or this relief scheme is available for 3 months. And then I think after 3 months, we'll get direction from government in terms of what will happen, depending on how far the lockdown will continue. So we're basically waiting for government to also hear what will happen going forward. And so we want to continue having these conversations. So we'll be having these webinars on a weekly basis. So next week, we're going to be having a panel discussion regarding the impact that COVID-19 has had on businesses. And we'll be joined by the Vice President of the BBC, the Black Business Council, Mrs. Nkuli Bukhopa. We're also going to be joined by some legal experts as well, so that we can actually have a really nice holistic view on the impact this will have for, on businesses from a legal point of view, from an HR point of view. We'll also be looking at the psychological point of view as well, and many different aspects. And also from you, if there's other topics or anything that you would like for us to discuss on our future webinars, please feel free to suggest any other topics that you feel are relevant and that could actually benefit most of us here. This is basically what this is all about, so that we can learn from the situation. We're all new to this. It's something that has never happened for most of us. So I think it's a great opportunity for us to use these platforms to learn as much as possible from this experience, and to share as much as possible from these experiences with each other. And so I'd like to just basically close off in saying thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And I hope that this session has been as beneficial to you as it has been to me. I've learned quite a lot and about this process and everything that goes behind it. And yeah, I hope that you'll spread the word and just let everybody know about these free webinar sessions that we're having. And yeah, that is basically all from my side. And I just want to say thank you so much to Nodine for helping us through this process and taking us through this detailed process about the application process with UIF. Thank you so very much for your time. And we hope to see you all again next week, Thursday, same time, which is next week, Thursday at 3 p.m. We will be discussing the impact of COVID-19 on business. And as I've mentioned, we're going to be having the Vice President of the BBC Black Business Council with us. And we look forward to having you there. Thank you.
Sorry, Naledi, just before we go off, I just want to answer one question that we've missed. Santan Dulango, if you have, if it has been rejected, you need to go through the appeal process. You cannot submit again. So as you saw when I tried to capture my ID number for argument purposes, it says employee has already been registered. So you won't be able to do that. It will give you that error. So you'll need to go, unfortunately, through the appeal process in order to get it done.
Yeah, and we can help you with that.
Yes, we can help you. We've shared it. I'm just going to type once more all our email addresses here for everyone. Please contact us and we will help you with the greatest pleasure. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, if there's any questions that we've missed, our apologies for it for everyone that's still on. Please could you just send your question to us on email and we will greatly help you with that.